Okay. Think everything's good now? Yep. Okay. We're golden. We are golden. Okay. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. I'll set everything to the side here. Dog grunting at me. Good morning, good morning. How are we all doing today? Hello, Sally. No, get down. Doggos are here in my lap. Well, almost in my lap. Here, Blossom. Oh! Pupper stream. Pupper stream. Good girl. Get down, baby. Oh. Alright. Been looking at some healthcare stocks. I was looking at Cigna earlier. Slight giveaway as it's their first thing in Qualtrim for me. Yeah, the game stream is really just a test, see how everything works with it. Hopefully things sound okay with it. That game is super fun though. Do love me some Remnant. So what we into this morning? Anything going on? Delivering growth at a great price as of the 12th. So they were putting that out right around the 290 range. Doesn't Buffett hold this, or does he hold something else? Like DaVita, I believe, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Oof. Get things organized here. Situated. I'm curious with this company. Like, what happened in 2019? Cigna 2019. I gotta look it up. I'm curious. Did they have a merger? Who bought out Cigna? Anthem to acquire Cigna. Did this happen in 2019, I wonder? Is that where all the big dramatic changes are from with this stock? Because you get a big jump in revenue, but a big decrease in the return on capital employed. The share count shot up. Oh, that's weird. That's something I'll have to look into a little bit more. How's it been doing over the last 5 years? Kind of flat-ish. Last 10 years. Real good. Real good over the last 10 years. A lot of things haven't been doing the best over the last 5 years, though. Yeah, COVID's really, like, that whole year just... It did some things in. He had a great PE though. Nice low PE for those people out there like the PE ratios to be nice and low in their companies. I don't know. This has just been what I've been looking at. I'll add it to the watch list. Why not? Just in case. What's a ticker symbol? Is it just SIG? Let me go. CI. CI is a ticker. CI. Add. Yeah, it's up from its 200-day moving average. That's what I track with this 200-day moving averages. The cool thing here on Qualtrim is you can change this up to 10, 50, 100, 200, year to date, 10 years max. Over the last 10 years, this is our performances. Celsius. 44,500 over the last 10 years. That is so silly to me. That is just silly. Silly, silly, silly. It's still in the last 5 years, it's still just as ridiculous compared to everything else. Last year, though, I mean, it's still up a lot. Year to date, it's still up a lot. Last 3 months, though, I don't know, I really do like that company. I like Celsius a lot. I don't know if this has been one Yin's been looking to or something that's been on your radar, but like, I really like this holding. Like a ton. I mean, they just went profitable. Finally. Positive free cash flow growing in there. I just think this is in such its early stages still. I'm getting like mad early day Amazon vibes from this company. Take a look at Amazon, but like forever ago. Actually, their share count has still been going up year over year. Yeah. It's still increasing its share count. They're still like expanding. Like the growth with this company is so silly. They've had a couple of bad years right now with their free cash flow, but like, I don't know. I think that they're just gonna absolutely destroy it going forward. This is one I'd really love. I feel terrible for missing out on. Things up over 71% year to date. What was I thinking back then? Was I just caught up in like the world is gonna end, everything's just terrible? What was the S&P 500 in January? Why was I so afraid? It was in the 3,000s. It's not even. I think it was lower than that. Yeah, it was lower than that in 2022. I don't know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I didn't. It is one I'm watching though. Definitely, if this thing dips back down, it's just so strong. So strong. Is Amazon on my watch list? AMZN. My watch list is a mess, guys. Yeah, it's on there. I might have too many things on my watch list. I think I need to clean this up. What are things I can do without? Okay. Man, I kind of like these though. So indecisive. I am investing in Berkby. You can never go wrong with Berkshire. It's kind of like holding an ETF in itself, just because of, and it's performed so well. Let's just take a look here. So S&P 500, I'm gonna pull that up, and then we're gonna pull up Burke.B. So over the last 5 years, we'll look at it 5 years. 65% from the S&P, 66% from Burke. We're going to look at this from even further out. The thing with Berkshire, let's look at it from. We'll look at it from 1995 until now. SP's up 651%. From 1995 with Berkshire, I can't even go back that far with it, but 1,400%. He has done the things that Warren Buffett has done with Berkshire is crazy. You cannot. I'm a fanboy of old Warren Buffett. I love the guy, his way of thinking. It's the things that he's been able to do. It's just crazy. His long-term performance is just unheard of. It's crazy. But I love Buffett. I love Berkshire. I think he's going to continue outperforming. Is a 20% annual return on his holdings over the last 60 years. You don't do that if you don't know what you're doing. The guy's a legend. He's like the Jimmy Johnson of investing. The NASCAR people out there will get that reference. The guy won 5 championships in a row. Do you ever have a target market cap just like you have a target buy-in price? A target market cap? What do you mean, like investing in small cap companies, medium cap companies as well? Because I mean, if the company looks good to me, if I like how things look at market cap, I don't really look at it all that often. I won't lie. I just look at the fundamentals of the business, how things are ran, and if I like what I see, I jump in. I mean, an example would be Celsius. I really like this company. I'm drinking a Celsius right now. $12 billion market cap. That's probably one of the smallest by market caps. Let's see. Ulta, 20 billion. I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with investing into anything as long as the fundamentals are good and they got a good path ahead of them. I'm just really condensed with my portfolio right now. These are my total holdings. But yeah, I guess to answer your question, I don't really have a target market cap. I know some people do that. They don't like to invest in small cap things, or they only invest in small cap things. I'm okay with anything. How's everybody doing this morning? Hopefully everyone's doing well. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on the video here. Tomorrow, a little portfolio update, going to be going through my actual M1 Finance portfolio, the holdings with it. It's just a quick little video. I think it's like 4 minutes, but I greatly appreciate it. You can check it out tomorrow whenever it goes up. And yesterday was a buy and hold forever stock video series. I usually try to find some good value things to bring to you. Yeah, what's everybody into in this morning? You got any plans for this beautiful day? I think it's cold here, but it's sunny out right now. I'm probably gonna go to hit up a movie. Excuse me. Go eat somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what's in the cards. Yeah, I think I got a watch list problem. I think I need to go through here and kind of wean things out. Um, if any of yous know with Cigna what happened in 2019, I would greatly appreciate it. This is a better question. Do you have a specific market capitalization price target in mind for a stock you want to invest in, similar to how Warren Buffett waited until Apple's market valuation declined to around 500 billion before making a large investment? Um, Not really. No, I don't think so. Again, if I find a stock that I like, and I like how the financial sheets look, the debts ratio's fine. I'll be honest, I don't really ever look at market cap when it comes to investing. I mean, obviously I have a watch list here, and I've got a dip finder, which shows me the 200-day moving average of things. So if I see something significantly down, um, if it significantly went down over time, I would take a look at it a little bit deeper. I pull this up and I look at it. Tractor Supply, 200-day moving average is down about 10%. It's 198. This dips any further, I might have to, look into it further. And I mean, Celsius is a growing company. They don't really have a debt issue, I don't believe. According to Qualtrim, they don't. I mean, the consumer category, especially beverages, is brutal. But I mean, with Celsius, they're going free cash flow positive. Hopefully, that's something that they can continue doing. I'm a user of the product. Oh, Peter Lynch, Warren Buffett, invest in what you know. And I feel like in the future, uh, ticker terminal for my research. I do everything through Qualtrim because it just kind of everything's just like laid out for me so neatly. But I mean, I don't I don't mind Celsius. Sure, it's went up like 60% year to date. It's probably the only reason why I haven't jumped in. But I mean, I like the company. I think it's got a great path ahead of it. Um, it's up a ton over the last 5 years, over the last 10 years. Silly, 44,500%. Nuts. But again, past performance should not dictate future growth. But I do think that this company has got a good head on shoulders. And going forward, as I was saying, a lot of companies are worried about like the health and that Ozempic weight loss drug. When you look at Celsius, it's got 10 calories, zero sugar. Like, McDonald's dropped like a brick. Coca-Cola, a bunch of those other companies went down pretty heavily because of the announcement of that drug. I mean, if a healthier future is what's in store for things like Celsius, I think it's going to do just fine. Other energy drinks, no Monster. They've got their own like low sugar, sugar-free category of drinks going on. I think Celsius has a really good future ahead of them. Just my personal opinion. But the only the only growth stock I own right now is Ulta. Again, I know the company in and out, all the way around, upside down, and they have a beautiful path ahead of them. What does Qualtrim say about Celsius' operating income? Well, let's take a look. Operating margin, 25.4%. Let's see here. Ratio, gross margins. Look at the 5-year. So gross margins over 40%. Operating margins is negative. Yeah. Negative 24% as of 2022. Profit margins is also negative as of 2022. Let's look at it from quarterly. Yeah, this year they are profitable. Operating margin 17% first quarter, 19.8% second quarter, and as of September, 25% with their operating margin. So that's turned around big time for them. They did have a big negative quarter last year. Profit margins is positive, so gross margins is increasing. They're now above 50%. Operating margins is positive, and profit margins is positive. I mean, all green check marks to me. At least it looks good to me. Yeah, they had the one really bad quarter. But again, it's a newer-ish company, especially in the energy drink sector space. And I know they do a lot of like workout supplement things and like big on calorie free and sugar free. I like them. I mean, I like their drinks. I like their products. No sugar, no preservatives. They consider it a dietary supplement, clinically proven. I mean, this whole thing is just like fitness and health written all the way around it. And they taste good. It doesn't taste like it's healthy. Honestly, if anything, looking at that made me want them a little bit more because things are trending even more in the right direction. I use ROCE as well. I would like to see more consistent profitability before I get in. I absolutely understand that. 110%. ROCE is very, very, very important. As you see here, it is. I think it's growing. Yeah, they are. Their ROCE over the last 3 quarters have been positive, so it is trending upward and it's growing. That's a big thing I loved about Ulta. Was their ROCE. It's a big thing also that honestly all my holdings have good ROCEs, I believe. Let's see. Ulta, 40 percentile area. They had the 2020 and 2021 dip. Hershey is another one of my holdings. 20% plus ROCE. I already know MasterCards is beautiful. Yeah, 40%, right at 50%. Texas Roadhouse is another one of my holdings. 17%. CNI. 11, 12, 14.6%, so growing there as well. I mean, I guess I'm the same way. I like companies that have strong returns on capital employed. 40, 50% for Apple. The only thing in my portfolio I think it's not going to have a good ROCE is Extra Space Storage. I mean, even then, as a REIT, they've got 10%. I really like that company, too. I've been a believer in Extra Space Storage for a while, and they did that acquisition of Life Storage, and I just think that, going forward, 5-10 years from now, it's going to benefit them a lot. Have you looked into a stock that doesn't get talked about much or any? O'Reilly? O'Reilly is one that I like. Yeah, ORLY. The thing I like about them, aggressive share buybacks, like crazy. Look at that. Um, I mean, I don't know if you've seen it on the watch list. I think it should still be there. AutoZone, get in the zone. Yep. AutoZone, really like AutoZone. Very similar situation to O'Reilly's. The thing I like about AutoZone, aggressive buybacks. And because of that, they got a great ROCE. Um, kind of look at them and O'Reilly side by side. Just curious here. Operating margins 21% for O'Reilly. AutoZone 21%. ROCE near 50. O'Reilly above 50. There we go. The thing with AutoZone that I like a little bit better is their debt situation. O'Reilly's got $4 billion in debt, which is nothing compared to their EBITDA. It is absolutely nothing. But AutoZone's got very little to no debt. I will say the revenue growth with O'Reilly is better than AutoZone's. They're 8%. I think AutoZone's is 6. Last I looked. Yep, 6.6. And their free cash flow looks a little bit better. 10% growth over the last 10 years. Yeah, so, I mean, these are both behemoth companies with great futures ahead of them. And if they just continue aggressively buying back shares, you know, they're going to continue to perform very well. Was over the last 5 years, O'Reilly's up 121%. AutoZone 227. And over the last 10 years, O'Reilly's actually outperforming. Yeah, I mean, and I feel like a stock that that kind of goes under a lot of people's radars. I mean, that I personally own is Ulta. I don't see a lot of people talking about Hershey. I know a lot of people still think that it's, you know, it's pretty expensive, but I feel like Hershey's worth the premium. And if you see here, 200-day moving average, it's 17% below its 200-day moving average. So I still feel like, I liked it below 220. I love it, excuse me, below 200. Yeah, again, that's just my personal opinions. Not financial advice, do your own research for buying anything. But, yeah. When I evaluated O'Reilly, I got a fair value of $574. I mean, I don't look into, I haven't researched into, like, how to calculate up valuations. I, kind of look at the fundamentals of the business, see how it's been trending, and if it's in a dip or not. I'm actually curious about O'Reilly. I'm going to put it here on the watch list real quick so you can see see what Dip Finder says about it. Yeah, O'Reilly's 8% above its 200-day moving average. I mean, if it drops that far, yeah, it would be absolutely crazy. One that I wish would absolutely drop like a rock that I would love is FICO. You know, everyone knows what FICO is. Gotta get your FICO credit score to, you know, get a loan or do really anything. And this is just one that's just up, 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 up. It's up 80%, 81% pretty much for the year. Nuts, absolutely nuts. The moat with this company is just crazy. I mean, there's that. Another one that I really, really like, of course, Amazon, Google. ADP. I dropped the ball with ADP. because like I stopped tracking it for a little bit because it was, you know, hovering in this area and it didn't really dip down to what I wanted, which is around $200. And when it finally did dip, I missed out. I missed out on it. But yeah, I really like this company. What did it dip down to? 210. I'd have probably nibbled in then, just started up a position. But ADP is another company that's it keeps getting away from me. They got a great return on capital employed. They do share buybacks pretty consistently, a little bit at a time. Great dividend growth, great financial sheet. Should AVGO do a stock split? Yeah, I think the second if it cracks and stays above 1,000, do a 10-to-1. Like, give out 10 shares for every one. Kind of get that price back down. If Broadcom was smart, they would follow in the paths of Apple. Because Apple's always, they do stock splits like crazy just to keep their shares affordable to people. They don't, when it shoots up to $200, $300, $400, especially the $400 mark, they will stock split the daylights out of that thing. But yeah, I absolutely think that I think Broadcom, there's a couple of them honestly. Broadcom I think needs to do a stock split. AutoZone needs to do a stock split. Chipotle absolutely I feel needs to do a stock split. But I mean, even if they don't want to do a 10 shares for every one, if they did a 4, what do you think? That's just my personal take on it. I think they've got a great future ahead of them. I know that. Been absolutely just demolishing this year. Again, if we could go back in time, knowing what we know now, I would 1,000% jumped into this thing. But we learn from our mistakes as we go on. I feel they're going to be the Apple of the chip stocks, and Nvidia is the Microsoft of the chip stocks as well. I couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely feel that way too. I honestly think that Apple's days of being the top market cap holder are soon to be over. I absolutely see Microsoft just blaring, just going straight ahead of them. If you look here over the last 5 years, they broke through their last all-time high, and Apple has not done that. I don't believe it's close, but it can't break that ceiling. Like it got up here, went down, cracked above 180 at one point, went down. It's having a slight hard time at cracking through that ceiling, but I absolutely see with their market cap's what 2.95 trillion. Microsoft's 2.81. Within 2 to 3 years, I can see Microsoft being the #1 market cap company in the world, and it just taking off the races. This is one company I 100% regret selling, but I did. I got in at 250. I sold at 338, I think, or something like that. I feel like a dummy, but it is what it is. I had to sell off like half my portfolio, more than half. I sold off like 2/3 of my portfolio to pay off a bunch of debt and stuff that I had, and I kept Microsoft and I kept Vici, and I moved the funds from those two around to kind of like rebuild up my portfolio. MCHP. Let's take a look at that. MCH. Come on. MCHP. Microchip Technology Incorporated. Okay. Yeah, you say Peter Lynch, you're gonna get my attention. I love that guy. Dude's amazing as well. I mean, He averaged, what was it, 29% return annually over a 13-year period with the Magellan Fund. Crazy. Crazy. Let's take a look here, though, at Microchip Tech. Revenue growth, really good. Free cash flow growth, 23% over the last 10 years. Really good. Debt is low and manageable. Compared to their EBITDA, it's not even 2 times. Really good. What is up with this? Oh, wow, they increase their dividend every quarter. That's nuts. That is crazy. I didn't know that. That's neat. There are only 2 other stocks I know that do this. Ozark, Bank of Ozark, and American Tower. This is awesome, though. This is just that's crazy. It's crazy to me. They're increasing their dividend every quarter. Their payout ratio is still just 32%. That is awesome. Year to date up 20%. Whew, they dipped down in the 70s at one point. Okay, I mean, I love what I see. Semiconductors. Company offers general purpose microchips. I mean, it's MCHP. I like what I see there. I'm definitely going to add that to my watch list. Man, I'm just adding more and more to my watch list. This isn't helping anything. Yeah, I mean, I'll add that on there. The stock's just making money like crazy, and again, they're increasing what they pay you in a dividend every quarter. That's crazy. And on a free cash flow basis, it's not bad. 6.5%. You're good, man. It's just going to pick up. It's a studio mic. It only picks up volume in front of me. And the way I have this set up, it's only going to see me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a really fancy, like, recording microphone. So it literally just picks up sound here. I've got a setting on the back to where I can pick up sound all around if I want to. Yeah. I like it. Look at the ROCE. Okay. 23%. Is it growing quarter over quarter? Yeah, it looks like it absolutely is. Whoa, their gross margins are almost 70%. My guy, operating margins, growing near 40%, profit margins. Dude. That's nuts. That's crazy. That's crazy good. Okay. I mean, I see what you talking about now. Literally this checks every box for me. Let's see here. Yeah, they're even buying back shares. They went up to 567 million December 2021, and ever since then they've just been chopping at it little at a time. So not only are they returning to the shareholders in the form of dividend increases, they're also buying back shares, so you're now getting a bigger and bigger piece of the pie. Yeah, Peter Lynch would be all over this. You're 110% right there, boss. I really like it too. I mean, I'm definitely going to do a little bit more research into this. A reason being is I don't think it's at a bad price right now. The cash flow yield, 6.5%. Yeah, that screams good price to me. Just to give you an idea of the cash flow yield with Apple, I mean, it's 6.5%. Apple's is right at 3%, and I still think that that's fair. What is that? DDS? Your other Peter Lynch stock is DDS. Dillard's Inc. I mean, this even got another crazy cash flow yield. Oh, excuse me. You love the return on capital stocks. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Consumer cylindrical. What they got? Fashion apparel. Why have I heard of Dillard's? Hold on. Okay, I think I've been to one of these before. Got more cash than debt. Beautiful. I don't know. This one's a little bit more scattered. Uh, the revenue's kind of flattish. But that semiconductor, that last one, I really like. Yeah, MCHP. I'm absolutely gonna look into that one more. That stock looks very nice, and if they've got some positive catalysts going for them, again, I'm gonna look into it a little bit more, do a little bit more research into it. But if they've got some good stuff in their future, I'm definitely gonna look into it. I mean, there's a lot to like about this. Growing revenue, cash flow, debt's real nice. Increase the dividend every quarter is just silly. Good return on capital employed, and they're buying back shares. Like, it screams to me. I've been structuring my portfolio around high free cash flow yield over current 10-year treasury bond rate. That sounds like a very Benjamin Graham thing to be doing. Which I mean is not a bad idea. The guy, Benjamin Graham, Warren Buffett absolutely loves the dude. I think he was a mentor of Buffett for a while. Yeah, I really like that one. But yeah, guys, I think we can go ahead and bounce for right now. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe, check out the channel, do some buy and hold forever videos from time to time, and then some other little uploads here and there. I just like talking to Ifians. I enjoy just talking stock, hanging out. It's awesome. It's fun to do. And I mean, you can discover new things like Microchip Technology Incorporated. But I think I'm going to bounce for right now, guys. Look forward on my community tab. I usually post on there whenever I do plan on going live. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great evening and has a super fun day. And I will see you later.